me see. What about a video where we talk about the June Bugs marathons?
Don't you think we should save those for 2026 when we start those Looney Tunes Days videos?
Oh, you've got a point. Well, I already figured out a vision for our third season.
Yeah, I figured.
Hey there, Tinkers. Welcome back to the Cartoon Show.
Yeah, hey.
Don't mind us. Me and Jared are just trying to figure out what we should talk about now that we uploaded over 100 videos on our channel.
Yeah, there's just so much CN stuff for us to talk about, and we just didn't know what to do. So, we're just looking through our YouTube watch histories again, and some notes for more inspiration.
I think I got one. How about we talk about that time when Chowder introduced a character who was a parody of Emeril Lagasse?
You mean Chef Hollandaise? I'm not sure, because there's not really that much we can talk about in a 10-minute thing. Maybe it's a short, though, but maybe that.
That could work. It's worth a shot. But there are some things in Cartoon Network's 33-year history that we will never, ever talk about in full video.
That is true, because perhaps... Oh yeah. Maybe we can address that, because just in case if we get spammed with numerous requests about all those nonsense things.
Bingo! There's our topic for this week. The 5 Cartoon Network things we will not talk about.
We're gonna just go ahead and get straight into the point, because I'm a little sleepy, because I've been pretty busy with something personal. Not gonna go into too much detail. But starting at number 5, we actually have sort of a double, but it's more so of the same thing. That is Reanimated and Out of Jimmy's Head.
So, for those of you who don't know, Cartoon Network made their first live-action original movie in 2006 entitled Reanimated.
To briefly summarize this piece of trash, it was about a 12-year-old boy named Jimmy
Roberts, that's his full name,
who gets injured in, out of all places, an amusement park, and apparently has the defrosted brain of the late Milt Appleday transplanted into his head, allowing him to see Appleday's characters in real life. Wow. Generic, bland, and stupid! But anyway, this made-for-television movie was made sort of as like a starter or a pilot to a new TV series that would come out the following year, 2007, Out of Jimmy's Head.
Yeah, but understandably, it received an incredibly negative reception, yeah, thank you, by numerous critics and Cartoon Network viewers. Basically because of the writing, the unwitty humor, the characters who were rip-offs of Disney's own Mickey Mouse, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy, bad acting from the human actors, the recycled brain-swapping plotline, and the blend of cheaply made animation and poor quality live action.
Ah, the blend of animation with live action, huh? Where have I heard of that concept before?
Well, there is Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Looney Tunes Back in Action, Space Jam, and that 1940s black and white Looney Tunes short, You Ought to Be in Pictures.
And did Reanimated work? Just like any of those other trashy attempts at this? Yeah. Of course it didn't.
Anyway, number 4. CN Real Programming Block.
Now, just like Reanimated and Out of Jimmy's Head, Cartoon Network produced a small amount of live-action programming that just didn't fit in with the network. Probably because these were airing on, well, Cartoon Network, not Live Action Network. But there actually is a reason why this happened, because back in 2007 to 2008, there was sort of a writer's strike going on back then, so they had to come up with something to try and fill in some of that stuff, because they probably didn't want to shove all the constant reruns down our throats and everything, so I think that's why they did that, but that's just beyond me.
Yeah, so we will not be talking about any of these particular live-action shows. So, no Level Up, no Do What Would Happen, no Destroy, Build, Destroy, although I did see Hole in the Wall when it was on Cartoon Network a couple times, and it actually looked pretty interesting.
Strangely enough, that was a Fox show, so how it moved to CN, totally beyond me.
Wait, was the Fox version made for adults?
I don't even remember. It's been many years since I've seen both incarnations, so sadly, I cannot answer that. Some of you guys in the comments are going to have to do that for me. Sorry.
Number 3, Adult Swim.
Okay, come on now. You all know the reason why we can't do this. You all should know this.
Yeah, clearly, many of the shows we've seen on Adult Swim have subject matter we cannot discuss in this YouTube series. Excessive profanity, suggestive imagery, graphic violence.
Not to mention 2 other things that have ticked me off over the past few years. Adult Swim has started being taken over the network as a whole, now starting at 5 o'clock instead of 10 o'clock, for no reason at all, instead of Checkered Pass, but now Checkered Pass is thrown under the bus, and many other promising programmings that we had, like My Adventures with Superman and Unicorn Warriors Eternal, kicked out of Cartoon Network, and now shifted over to Adult Swim. Man, I really wish the Cartoon Network would sign off late again.
Yeah, or maybe Adult Swim should just drain their pool.
They should. At this rate, they probably should. Or better yet, split the networks apart into 2 channels. You do better off that way, too.
Now, to be fair, Adult Swim has made some things that we don't actually mind watching. But for the time being, and for Jared's sanity, we will not talk about anything else from Adult Swim for a good while.
Yeah, because this whole decade for Cartoon Network has been ridiculous. Just like how we figured it out with reason number 2, the now controversial Mighty Magiswords.
There are very few animated shows from Cartoon Network that we will not talk about in any of our future videos. Like, say, The Problem Solvers, for instance.
All I can say about that show is look away if you have epilepsy. Seriously. Like, just don't, please, because that is all... We're just trying to make sure that you guys don't have any seizures, because... Oh my god, That is a sight for sore eyes.
Yeah, this show kind of looks like an acid trip.
Yeah, no wonder Netflix picked it up.
But one of the shows they premiered in 2015, Mighty Magiswords, will never have their own spotlighted videos on our show, because of 2 understandable reasons.
The first obvious reason is just because it's just bland and boring and kind of heavily advertised to be a very bad show in our taste. But reason number 2. You can all guess where this is going, right? The creator himself, Kyle A. Carrozza. I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but what he got charged and arrested for last year is so egregious, we refuse to say any single darn thing about the crime that he committed, okay? I'm telling you, it's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, so don't expect to see either of us wielding any swords made to shape like a dolphin on any of our videos.
Yeah, we have nothing to say about that, but now it's finally time for the one that rules them all. Number 1, everyone should have seen this coming. No surprise here. Teen Titans Go. All we can say is, what were they thinking with this concept, alright? There are so many things wrong with this program that it's just so hard for us to summarize them all up in a short amount of time because we're out of time.
But we think you guys can figure out many reasons why we're never going to talk about Teen Titans Go on our show.
Yeah.
Hey, that rhymes.
So, if you guys can, just let us know about these, okay? Let us know in the comments, and just tell us about them, and try not to spam anything about this, because this was just completely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
You guys can still request certain things we can talk about on our show in the future, just not these things.
Yeah. Golly.
But anyway, so be sure to like, share, click the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next week.
Hopefully for something much more positive than whatever the heck we just talked about.
Tell me about it.